Going on? What's going on?
May, I was just saying you should be a supermodel with those cheekbones.
Man, they about to get more sucked in because we got to get ready for the O, man. They about to get more sucked in.
Oh, do you know what, mate? I think your story has to be probably one of the feel-good stories of the year because, mate, I'll be honest, mate, I was really nervous when I heard that you'd back in April with the injury, and we spoke about it last time about what you went through, and you're thinking, they said they didn't need surgery, and is my career over, and the stress you went through. But to kind of pull it out of the bag, mate, and you basically did what Kevin Navrone did in '93.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. When I last interviewed, I was talking real highly. I'm talking like this. I'm talking like that. I had self-doubt. Yeah. I was worried. And everything like that. And even when I went out there for the 30-second presentation, I was still like in my head about everything. And then I text my fiance, like, how'd I look? And she like, you look great. But of course she's going to tell me that. You know what I mean? And then I had another friend there and they sent me a video of me on prejudging. I was like, holy shit, that's me. And then my girl sent me some pictures. Yeah. My girl sent me pictures. I'm like, okay, I do look good. And then Matt told me you're rushing your poses. He's like, you're the big dog there and act like it. And I told him, okay, watch. And I'm going to go back on that stage and then a different animal came out. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest. I knew you were nervous because 6 weeks out, your cheeks were like that.
Yeah.
I knew that was like, okay, he's really trying to play all his strengths here, all his cards. Because normally I've never seen you in that kind of condition, that sharp, that far out. And I thought, okay, he's really, really going all in for this one.
Yeah, we were going all in, you know what I mean? And like I said, like the pec, yeah, you could see the difference on the pec. It really messed with me on the front lat spread. But I don't know if you checked my story today where I posed my front lat spread, and now I know how to make it flat, how I could hit the front lat spread with showing the symmetry. It's totally different now, and it's just trial and error, you know what I mean? I got on that stage and I flexed the pec real hard, and it showed. It showed.
Yeah.
But now this morning, if you go look on my story, when you repost this, I can send you the picture so you can post it up on your videos like you normally do. Yeah. I can send you this picture and you can see how I'm hitting it now. Mm-hmm. And the symmetry's there. You see the little dent where the natural dent is at on my pec, but the symmetry's there. It's not bunched up. That's the only pose that really got to me. When I see that on the social media, that's the only pose that's still messing with me. Even though I won, it's still messing with me. And then after that show, that night, I kept flexing it. The next day, I kept flexing it. I got home, I kept flexing it. I'm like, oh, there it is. I don't need to hit it so hard to where it bunches up. Mm-hmm. Now it stays symmetry. It's over with now. Now I just gained more confidence going into the Olympia now.
Good. I'll be honest. When I saw the front lat spread, I didn't think it looked that distracting. I could see the tear. I mean, but it to me didn't look. So what you've done is you've just relaxed the muscle. You just haven't flexed it up.
Yes, I just haven't flexed it all the way out.
Yeah.
And I'm flexing the good pec, and and everything looks good. To me, everybody was like saying, man, you had a pec, it's part of the bodybuilding, this and that. You still look great up there, but me, it's still messing with me.
Yeah.
It still messes with me because I want to deliver. I'm going on the biggest stage of bodybuilding, so I want to deliver. So I started immediately working on how I can make this look better.
Yeah.
And I got it this morning, and I posted it on my story, and I'm like, there we go. I'm just not going to flex it till it's fully engaged to where it tucks all the way over. Now the symmetry's there, and now it's on.
Two things I want to say about that. Look at Hunter Labrada. His best pose is his side tricep, and the side he does is where he shows the pec, but he doesn't flex he lets the pec hang. He doesn't flex it. And that is regarded as his best pose, which is probably the pose that highlights his injury, or could highlight his injury the most. And also, many years ago, there was a British bodybuilder, about 20 years ago, and he retired. He was real international competitor, and he ripped his pec, and he said, I'm done. And I saw him at a contest, and I said, he guest posed, and I said, it's just the way you're posing it, mate. I said, when you do your most muscular, are you going to do your most muscular, like crouched over, or are you going to do it where you flex the triceps and you just let the chest relax?
How am I going to do it? that's like, I got 24 days to 24 days to perfect that. I'm going to do the crab because I just looked at gnarly.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see what else looks good. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see what else looks good.
Yeah. Honestly, he did it with one hand on the hip, and he with the pec that was damaged, he just didn't flex it. And he posed around it beautifully, so it can be posed around. And the thing is, it didn't hurt you, mate. You won with straight firsts.
I know, straight first. And,
nice.
and you know, like some of the bodybuilding sides, they're like, it was like close, this and that. Not taking anything away from John Jewett. John Jewett's an awesome guy, awesome competitor, this and that, that and that. But from everybody that was in the stands and from everybody that saw the thing, they were like, it was clear cut. And they were like, they said, oh, it's a controversial scorecard, this and that, that and that. Like, they're always gonna say something, man. But it's like, man, that was the best condition I ever brought right there. The only thing was the pec. Other than that, that was one of my best looks to date right there.
Charles, I've never seen you out of condition, mate.
I know.
Never once.
It felt very good. It felt very good.
Do you know, I want to give you some credit for the Olympia because you sparked a memory because you took 14th last year. And I was saying in Hot News, we recorded it before this, I said, if you look at who was in the Olympia last year, Derek, Hadi, Brandon, Samson, Andrew Jacked, none of those guys brought their best conditioning. None of those guys were 100% bang on. And I would say in that entire contest, there was probably, in the Open, there was probably only 2 or 3 guys that absolutely brought the kind of conditioning that I kind of expect to see at the Olympia, and you were one of them.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to bring again. You know what I mean? Like I told Matt, I just want to come hard as nails, man. Like I want to throw that, like this show right here, that took out the Olympia's condition. You know what I mean? That the Legion Sports condition was better than last year's Olympia condition. And if I could bring it better than Legion Sports, I want to bring it better with Legion Sports without losing pop from other body parts, though. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So were those, it looks like those 3 weekly leg workouts paid off?
Oh, they paid off. They paid off. They paid off the... Man, the glutes have never been that solid. My lines in my legs, quads, hamstrings, everything grew. You know what I mean? Everything grew. So it worked out in my favor. It did.
It's like I said, you said, give me grapes, I'll give you wine.
Right. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. You know what I mean? Give me tomatoes, I'm going to make ketchup out of it. Yeah.
So I want to give some love to Chris Minnis because that Legion Sport every single year, that show, just when you think the show can't get bigger and better, and I always like to ask the competitors what it's like so other competitors can see and do that show next year because I think the good promoters, they deserve the credit. What was it like competing in an event like that, mate?
Dope show, man. It's hands down one of the best shows I've done. How they run it, how they're on time with everything, how everything's boom, 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 how they cater to us, how they make sure we got everything we need. One of the dopest shows I've ever done. It's a very, 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 very good show, that how they run that show.
What would you say, if you were put on the spot, what would you say separates it maybe from, not maybe from other events, but what separates, well, yeah, I suppose it separates from other events.
Just the presentation. The presentation of the whole thing and how everything's like this. They're on time with everything and how they made sure we had everything that we needed. And it was just, they took care of us. It's one of the best ran shows out there, 100%.
Good. No, I just, they invited me there actually a couple of years ago, but I didn't take the invitation up. So what's the plan for the Olympia now, mate? Obviously, have you spoke to Matt about the game plan on?
Yeah, so we're just back on it. We're back. I started my cardio. I had a meal after the show. I woke up the next morning back on plan, and now we're just back to doing our thing. You know what I mean? I came up a few pounds, just because of the diuretics we take, the water added back on, but nothing to worry about. And now, a couple of days that water will be off, and we're back to in the ground running. You know what I mean? So it's just like how we're getting ready for the Legions. Just come hard as nails and condition and play my strengths. I'm never going to be the biggest guy on the stage, but I got a lot of dense muscle and I could bring the conditioning, you know what I mean? So, and when I say the biggest guy, I mean the number on the scale, you know what I mean? I'm never going to be the heaviest guy. So I'm just going to play to my strengths, and my strength is come hard as nails and conditioning with that crazy energy.